Question number 12. Which of the following statement is incorrect? The lithosphere floats on the mantle. This is true. Earthquake occurs along the boundaries of the tectonic plates. This is also true. The tectonic plates meet at fault lines. Yes, this is also true. Earth's crust is made up of molten rocks. No, that means what? We are floating? No, this is the incorrect statement and the correct answer for question number 12. Question number 13. Which of the following statement is or are correct? Magnetic force is a contact force while electrostatic force is a non-contact force. Magnetic force is never a contact force. The magnetic force, it attracts everything towards itself. That is at a distance. So it is never a contact force. Right? So this is a false statement. The second statement says electrostatic force is a force exerted by a charged particle on another charged particle or uncharged particle. This is a true statement. A charged body attracts a light charged body towards itself. Correct? And the last statement, the drag on an object in a fluid depends on its speed with respect to the fluid. This is also a true statement. So our correct answer is option number D. Coming to question number 14. A boy sets up an experiment as shown in the given diagram. As he slides the magnet across, so this is a ball bearing, this is a wooden board, and this is a magnet. The north pole is this side and the south pole is this side, and the magnet is moved in this direction. Okay, this is the direction. Okay. So as he slides the magnet across the wooden board, the ball bearing follows the magnet's movement and direction. What does the experiment shows? The first option says magnetic force can be seen due to friction ball between ball bearing and wooden board. So here the ball follows the magnet because it is made up of magnetic material. So it is attracted to the magnet, right? So this is they have asked for the correct statement. Okay, let's see. So first one, magnetic force can be seen due to friction between ball bearing and wooden board. So this statement is false. Why? Because the observed motion is not caused by friction. This is not caused by friction. This is because frictions resist motion. It does not create any attraction. So this statement is false. The second statement, friction and gravity help to move the ball bearing. This is also false because gravity and friction, these two forces, they do not help the movement of the ball towards the magnet. That magnetic force does. So this is a false statement. Option 3 says the ball bearing is made of a magnetic substance. Yes, the ball follows the magnet because it is made up of a magnetic material. So it is attracted to the magnet. So this is a correct statement. And the fourth statement says magnetic force can pass through the wooden board. Yes, magnetic field can penetrate non-magnetic material like wood. So thus the magnet attracts the ball through the wooden board. So this is also true. So our true statements are 3 and 4. So our correct answer is option number B. Coming to question number 15. Read the given statements and select the correct option. The first statement says, incident ray are parallel on a surface, but the reflected ray are not parallel. This type of reflection is called regular reflection. So we know that when the incident ray are parallel but reflected rays are not parallel, the reflection is a diffuse reflection. It is not a regular reflection because regular reflection occurs for smooth surfaces where both the incident and the reflected rays remain parallel. So this statement is incorrect. The second statement says diffuse reflection occurs due to failure of law of reflection. No, diffuse reflection does not occur due to failure of laws of reflection. The laws of reflection holds true for each and every individual ray. So diffuse reflection occurs because the surface is irregular, causing reflected rays to scatter. So this statement also is false. So our correct answer is option number D. Both statement 1 and 2 are false. Question number 16. What principle is used in a spring balance? The first option is the mass of an object depends on its density. The second option is the mass of an object depends on the gravity pulling it. Third option is the weight of an object is directly proportional to its mass. And the D option is the extension of the spring is directly proportional to the weight pulling it. And weight depends upon mass. This is the correct principle for a spring balance. Question number 17. The pressure by the tire of a sedan car is P. The contact surface area of each tire with the floor is A. Find the new pressure by the tires when air is released from the tires and the contact surface area of each tire with the floor is increased to from A to 1.25 A. So, we know that P is equal to F by A, right? So, the weight F of the car does not change. Only the contact area increases, correct? So, the original pressure, so we know that P is equal to F by A. So, A for the new one, so A new, I'll just write A new is equal to 1.25 A. So, the new pressure P new I will write is F by 1.25 A. So, if I substitute F equal to PA, then what will happen? P new is equal to PA by 1.25 A. So, if I deduct this here, so P new is equal to P by 1.25. So, it will be 0.8 P, right? So, our correct answer is option number B. Question number 18. A heavy uniform rod is hanging vertically from a fixed support. It is stretched by its own weight. The diameter of the rod is smallest at the top and gradually increases down the rod. The first statement is only the correct statement, right? Question number 19. The weight of an empty balloon on a spring balance is W1. The weight becomes W2 when the balloon is filled with air. Let the weight of the air itself be W. Neglect the thickness of the balloon when it is filled with air. Also neglect the difference in the densities of air inside and outside the balloon. Which one is correct? So, the first one is W2 equal to W1. The second statement is W2 equal to W1 plus W. Third one is W2 is more than W1 and D is none of this. So, from here you can understand, first I will write for W empty. Okay, it is W1 and W filled, I'll just write W2. And weight of air filled with balloon, weight of air filled inside the balloon is W. Okay, so now it is said that we have to neglect the thickness of the balloon and that means as we are neglecting the thickness of the balloon, so the volume of the balloon is equal to the volume of the enclosed air, right? And the density of the air, and we have to also neglect the difference in the densities. So the density of air inside and outside are same, right? So when the balloon is filled with air, it displaces an equal amount of outside air, correct? So the weight added is W, correct? So upthrust is weight of the displaced air, that is equal to W. So here what we can say that W2 is equal to W1 plus W minus W, right? So in that case we have W2 equal to W1. So our correct answer is option number A. Question number 20. Study the given Venn diagram carefully and select the correct match. So P is between these two. So P is a man-made fiber obtained from natural source. Okay. And then we have to find the correct match. Okay. Man-made fiber obtained from natural source. P is silk. This is wrong. Next R is man-made fiber, mixture of two fibers. Mixture of two fibers. Both are man-made. Mixture of two fibers. Polycot. R is polycot. Wrong. Next is Q. Q is in between all three. It is a man-made fiber obtained from natural sources and mixture of two fibers. Nylon. This is correct. S is this two, mixture of two fibers obtained from natural source. Cotton. Cotton is not a mixture. So this is also wrong. So our correct answer is option number C. Question number 21. Rakshit has three test tubes containing ZnSO4, Al2SO4 whole 3 and FeSO4. Okay. Zinc sulfate, aluminium sulfate and ferrous sulfate. He dropped magnesium pieces into all the three test tubes. Which of the following statement is or are correct? Right. Reaction occurred in all the test tubes 1, 2, 3. Color change was observed in test tube 1 and 2. Reaction occurred only in test tube 2 and 3. Color change was observed in test tube 3 only. So before that, let us understand the reactivity series. In reactivity series, potassium is more than sodium, is more than calcium, is more than magnesium, is more than aluminium, is more than zinc, is more than iron, is more than lead, is more than hydrogen, is more than copper. Correct. So here magnesium is more reactive than zinc and iron. Okay. But magnesium is not more reactive than aluminium. Right. So in the first test tube, let us see what happens in the first test tube. It is ZnSO4. So if we add Mg plus ZnSO4, so what happens? It becomes MgSO4 plus Zn. So that means reaction happens. But ZnSO4 is colorless and it remains, there is no color change. No change in color, no color. Correct? Next, in test tube 2, we have Al2SO4 whole 3. So, we already know that magnesium is not more reactive than aluminium. In that case, magnesium, it cannot displace aluminium. So, here, no reaction and no color. Correct? In the test tube, FeSO4, third test tube. So it is Mg plus FeSO4. It becomes MgSO4 plus Fe. So here what happens? Reaction is taking place and FeSO4 is green in color. Right? And MgSO4 is colorless. So no color. Correct? So in the options, we can see that first option is reaction occurred in all the test tubes 1, 2 and 3. So we have to find out the correct statements. So reaction occurred in all the three test tubes. So this is wrong. No. In test tube 2 there is no reaction. In test tube, next option, color change was observed in test tube 1 and 2. In 1 also no color change, in 2 also no color change. So this is also false. Reaction occurred only in test tube 2 and 3. Reaction is not happening in 2 and 3, right? No reaction in 2, but 3 it is happening, so it is wrong. Color change was observed in test tube 3 only. From green to color. So this is the correct statement. So our correct answer is option number D. Question number 22. Using the given hint, identify the coal product X and Y and select the correct option. So here X is almost pure form of carbon and Y is mixture of about 200 substance. So from here both are coal products. So from here we can understand X can be coke and Y can be coal tar. Why? Because the destructive distillation of coal gives coke, coal gas and coal tar. Okay? Coal tar is a complex mixture of roughly 200 different organic compounds. Right? So our options X is used in manufacture of steel. This is a correct statement because coke is used in the manufacture of steel. X is used in the manufacture of pens. Wrong. Why coal tar is used for street lighting? No. Why coal tar is used in extraction of metal? No. So our correct answer is option number A. Question 23. Raman introduced a glass slide into the luminous zone of flame as shown in the figure and held it there for about 10 seconds. What will he observe after 10 seconds? So this is a candle, this is the flame, and this is the glass side. So the first option says a circular blue ring is formed on the glass slide due to the burning of carbon monoxide. So here blue ring will not happen. So this is wrong. In option B, a circular blackish ring is formed on the glass slide due to deposition of unburned carbon particles present in the luminous zone of the flame. Yes, this is correct. Why? Because the luminous zone contains hot glowing unburned carbon particles because of the incomplete combustion. So these particles stick to the slide and forms a black coating. So our correct answer should be option number B. Question number 24. Study the given flowchart carefully and identify 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here we can see that plastic, thermosets and wand. So one, definitely we have two types of plastic. One is the thermoplastic and the other one is thermosets. So one polyester wrong, thermoplastic correct, polyester wrong, thermoplastic correct. Right? So option A, option C are the incorrect one. We have to find out between B and D. Okay. In thermoplastics, 2 and polythene. So thermoplastics are of two types. One is PVC and one is polythene, right? Because here it is written used for the covering of plastic wires, that is PVC. Okay. So here polytyrene is wrong. PVC is correct. Okay. Thermosets 3 and 4. 3 used for coating the uniform of firemen. This is melamine. So this is correct. And used for making electrical switches and handles of utensils, bakelite. This is correct. So our correct answer is option number D.